So it's so important to make sure you're actively curious and focus on active curiosity when you're in conversations with others. How can you go beyond the acknowledged problem or opportunity to the hidden and even the unknown problems? Kia ora, hi, I'm Craig Johns, high performance leadership expert, CEO and managing partner of Speakers Institute Corporate, and the founder of Gravity of Leadership. On today's episode of the Gravity of Leadership series, we are talking about active curiosity. Now, it's really important to understand what is active curiosity. It means to be actively listening, but also know that you cannot separate it from questioning. So part of active listening, there is also questioning. So it's about being actively curious. Now we need to make sure first that we are active listening really, really well. So what does that mean? That means we spend more of the time listening so the other person feels like the most important person in the room. We need to acknowledge and make sure that they can sense that we're with them and that we're present. So nodding the head, eye contact's really, really good. Leaning in maybe a little bit as well can help. But also summarizing or mirroring to check that you actually understood what they're saying is really important as well. But we need to continue the conversation. So the more we can go deeper into asking them questions, to go beyond maybe the opportunity or the acknowledged problem that they have, and going beyond that to the hidden problem and even the unknown problem. Now that requires patience, because quite often we will feel like we have an answer or we understood what they're saying really early on in the conversation. But our bias can kick in. We can also misunderstand what they're saying if we don't get all the context. And that's why it's important to go deeper and listen more and ask further questions. It's quite interesting when we do briefings for keynote speaking at conferences, the event organizer will quite often bring us in and they will want us to tell him what we're going to speak about and do in that session. In most cases, we will spend 90% of the time listening. We will ask questions to seek clarity and understand things from them, but we make them feel like the most important person in the room. And by the end, then we can share maybe a quick brief around what we're going to do. Because you first need to understand before being understood. And so it's so important to make sure you're actively curious and focus on active curiosity when you're in conversations with others. How can you go beyond the acknowledged problem or opportunity to the hidden and even the unknown problems? And that requires patience, great active listening, but deep questioning to continue the conversation. Remember, it's important to create a gravitational pull, not a gravitational push as a leader. What is your gravity of leadership today? Ka kite anō, have a great day, we'll see you soon.